This is Cynthia Toet, your TV host for Your Hidden Love Story. I want you to keep your mindset on the higher vibrational mindset so you can keep living your life and going on this beautiful journey you got. I can't live here without you. We need all of you. You're all here. You have all a special reason, a special purpose, and nobody can do it just like you. This is Cynthia Toet, your TV host for Your Hidden Love Story. Oh no, hold on you guys. Let me get this fixed. Hold on. I know. What am I trying to fix? Well, I wonder why my camera was just okay on one channel but not the next. Well, we're just going to have to deal with it. We got to go with the flow, you guys. I don't know why my head's being cut off. Don't cut my head off, I'm telling you. Yeah. Let's see here. That's weird. Okay, hold on. All kinds of alarms and mess ups. Oh, it's just... It's not even 9:30 yet. I don't know. One phone says it's 9:30, the other one doesn't. I'm telling you. All right. We're going to do it again. I'm really beautiful. My energy flow. Well, my energy flow, I'm here to help raise your guys' energy too. I can't, let's get this camera so it's got me more in focus. Yeah, I've been gone for a week, so... Let's see. Let's go over this way a little bit more. How about that? That's more centered. All right. We're looking more and more like a pro now. I'm telling you, clearing space. That's right. This is episode 2106, clearing space, making room for miracles to arrive. And I have a personal story to attach to that. But first, you guys know why I go live on Your Hidden Love Story. Is because I believe we have all been misled and misguided from our emotional selves. Meaning that our go-to emotion is out of fear, doubt, insecurity, not whole enough, not complete enough, feeling like we got to prove ourselves out to the world or to one individual. And that really depletes your energy. It robs it. It sucks you dry. My goal here is to help you guys flip your emotional story going on around in the background to a higher vibrational one so it becomes one out of love, peace, harmony, passion, desire, love, laughter, play, joy, happiness, excitement in your day as our go-to emotion. That's my goal. So I hope I'm helping you guys lift your spirits along the way. So now back on to the show where we are creating space, making room for miracles to happen. In tonight's episode, this is very personal. It's not a theory. It's not something I read in a book. Yes, it is something I lived. Recently, I made a simple but powerful decision to clear space. Not just emotional, but physical and energetical. I went through years of old paperwork connected to the early building of my channel, this channel. Paperwork that I haven't even looked at for 5 years plus. And as I stood there reading it, I realized something very incredible. Everything written on those pages were already in progress and becoming real. So magical. So that night, I released it. I thanked it for the role it played, and I chose to make room for what's next. And what happened after that? Miracles arrived day after day. Support showed up. Doors opened. Timing aligned. And abundance flowed. Not forced, not chased, but allowed. This episode is about what happens when you stop holding on to what's finished and you trust in the universe enough to say, I'm ready to receive. So if you're feeling stuck, if you've been holding on to some old stories, old memories, or an old version of yourself, if you've been asking for miracles but haven't created room for them yet, then you're in the right place. Tonight, we're talking about clearing space, making room for miracles to arrive, and how one aligned release can open doors to never ever knowing to existed. So take a deep breath, open your heart, and let's align discovering your hidden love story. My story, let's see how it really started. I've had all of this stuff in storage, and I had about 6 or 8 boxes like put out on the table for me to go through, which I've tried to go through in the past, but I hadn't ever been able to. It was like I felt like it was still something I needed to hold on to. But as I was going through these boxes, I was really realizing that there were paperwork and it was notes and messages about how I was going to start my YouTube channel, how I was going to create it, what I was going to build, which direction I needed to go, what things I still needed to learn. It was all right there. This is stuff that I written down, and I never went back and looked at it until now. I went back to look at it, and I started flipping through it and seeing everything that I had written was already in place. So that night, there was a bonfire going on at my place that was going to be going on. I decided to release it. I think there were 6 boxes, but 4 boxes were paperwork. I think I released almost everything. I kept very, very, very little, but the 4 boxes, I meant piles and piles and piles of paperwork. I threw it in the fire. Well, not literally. I didn't throw it in the fire. I had some help. It got thrown in the bonfire. That night, I stood there in front of the bonfire, letting everything burn up, just feeling the release. In fact, some of the pictures I have, you can see some of the sparks. It was like really sparkly, really, it wasn't like paper flying. It was like really unique sparks of this fire. It was like time to release. Before the bonfire, I had been putting out to the universe for about 5 days that I needed some money. I would like to have some money to be able to go visit my daughter down in Southern California and back, have a round trip, have enough money for the round trip, at least in gas. And the next morning when I woke up, someone had left me enough money, gas money, to go there and back. I was like, wow, I get to go. I was just so perfectly in alignment. As soon as I burned all that paperwork, I didn't ask anybody directly for the money. I just put it out there into the universe that this is about how much I need for this to happen. Well, that morning I woke up and it was right there. I had a message telling me where to look to find the money so I could go. So it was about, it took me about 6 hours to pack and get everything ready, because that's a long trip. I need to make sure I have this and have that. And I also had to make sure that I had clarity to come down to visit my daughter, which I thought she was going to have her room empty for 2 weeks because her roommate was gone for 2 weeks. But by the time I had gotten the money to go, she was telling me, well, my roommate's going to be back the next day. So that meant, in a weird roundabout way, it meant that I really needed to find another place to stay because there were too many dogs that would be in the same home, and two of the dogs have behavior problems. Naya is one of them. She has behavior problems around other dogs and sometimes people. So on the approach, so it was so that meant I had to still get other things in alignment. And the other things that I needed to get in alignment was a place to stay. So I got a hold of someone, and I messaged them and talked to them and told them what I needed, and they said, well, sure, I don't mind, but let me talk to my roommate, because they had a roommate, and so everything, because everybody's paying their money for their rent and everything, so they had to clarify that it was okay for me to show up. Well, I got approval from 2 people in the same place to go, so I'm in movement to go that way. Now, it's not just any place. It was a luxurious apartment complex that has 4 heated pools, probably 8 jacuzzis, and palm trees. It was like royalty. It was like being spoiled rotten. So if I were to start totaling numbers up to how much money I made throughout this whole week that I was there, it was just crazy. But it wasn't actually in money format. But if I were to pay for that type of, it was a whole apartment complex. I mean, I had the kitchen, the living room, the dining room, the bathroom, and besides the vicinity. And I had even a secure locked parking in a gated community. So all of that was all working out in my favor. This is all because I burnt my papers, you know. It's really cool. It's really awesome. So wishes had already been set in place. Money started to arrive. Travels began. Lodging arranged itself for me. Not only that, when I was going out with my daughter to go spend time with her, I didn't really want to have Naya with me all the time. And so what was really neat was because where I was staying, they were allowing me to leave my dog behind while I was away. And which, if in return, if I were to have to pay for doggy daycare for all those days, it would have cost me at least $200 for doggy daycare. The room and board, I'm at bare minimum was $150 a day, so that would have been $600, but it was probably more too, $250 a day. So if it was that, it was $1,000 in lodging that I saved, and $200 of doggy daycare that I saved, and the gas money that I was given. It was just, everything was perfectly in alignment. All my meals were provided, entertainment, movies, Christmas lights, quality time with my daughter. It was just so beautiful, all because I decided to let go. What's going on here? Hold on, you guys. I have something going on technical. Wonder what's that going on for? That's weird. When they change things around, I'm telling you. I'm gonna go ahead and you guys, I wrote this book. It's called Flipping Your Emotional Story Around to Better. It's over there on Amazon as an e-copy and a hard copy. I'm gonna take that commercial break right now and show that to you. If you haven't gone over there and got one of my books, go ahead and check it out. The book is the foundation of my YouTube channel. How Flipping Your Emotional Story Around to Better became my foundation of everything else. That's the bottom, so I could expand up. Okay, so I'll be right back. And it's commercial break time. And what's she going to talk about on her commercial? Now, what's she going to talk about? She's going to talk about, did you know that Cynthia Toet, she's an author. She wrote a book this year called Flipping Your Emotional Story Around to Better. Yes, that's the book that she wrote, and it is on Amazon. It is an ebook and a hard copy, whichever you prefer. Go over there right now and grab your copy right now to see what it's going to take to flip your emotional story around to better. Okay, back to the show now. So it's all about the releasing the old, how it brought in all of this new to being able to spend this quality time with my daughter. And 2 of the days that I was there, just fortunately she had 2 days off, so that's how I got quality time. I didn't know those were the days she was going to have off. It was just all in divine timing. Divine started to work for me in this magical, beautiful way, in ways that I could never even imagine. We went and watched a movie called Eternity. It was a pretty good movie, but it was just really neat to be able to do these things with my daughter. And we went shopping together. We went out to coffee drinks together and dinner together. And then one night we stayed at home and had a home movie together, which we watched K-pop Demon Hunter, which talks about identity and acceptance and spiritual connections between fans and idols and the energy. It was just like when it came on, I was going, what is she putting on? What are we watching? Because it's an animated show, but it was like so in alignment that good always outdoes the evil. It doesn't matter how much evil, how much bad. I mean, it doesn't matter how big the bad was. The good came in and conquered it all. It was just really, really great. Also, not only that, it gave me beautiful places to do recordings, and when I was able to go live where I was there, I mean, I was doing my lives at my regular time, my 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time till 1:30 in the morning. I mean, crazy hours, and where I was staying, it was like it was open for me to be able to have that place to be able to do that. And if I had actually stayed at my daughter's versus to where I was at, there would have been more of an echo going on at her place. So Divine even thought about, for Cynthia to be able to record, we need to give her the proper place to be. Plus, before I went down there, I knew I needed my back brakes repaired, right? I knew they were getting pretty low, and I was told a while ago I needed to get them repaired. Well, while I was there, I got to tell you guys all these amazing things happened just after the burn pile, okay? It was so crazy. It's so magical. When I got there, someone asked me, what about my car? How's it doing? I said, I need my back brakes done. And they said, well, I got a mechanic that'll repair them for you. They won't charge you any labor because it's my mechanic. And I said, great. And they go, you'll just have to get the brakes. Well, I go, well, that's great because the brakes I had were under warranty, so I could get my brakes for free, and I got my labor done for free. And it just like happened like that. There wasn't no pause or when is it going to happen. It's like, okay, they told me about it. I got the brakes, and as I got the brakes 2 hours later, I was at the mechanics, and they were taking care of my brakes. It was like being in heaven. It's pretty cool. So if I were to take that expense, that would have cost me a minimum of $300 to get those back brakes fixed on my car, getting the brand new brakes. So I also stayed one extra day. I was planning on leaving on one day, but I was left the next day. And the next day when I woke up, I had absolutely no clue, no idea what I was going to do on that day. And I opened up my phone, and I was going through my contacts thinking, oh yeah, I still need to visit my friend in Long Beach. And I no longer touched her contact, and I didn't touch the call button or anything. All of a sudden my phone dinged her phone. It just went ding, 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 and it disconnected. It went click, click. And then she called me right back. And she goes, oh, I heard you called. And I go, yeah, well, I'm here in town. And I wondered if you had any time for me to visit. She goes, well, I got about 3 hours. So I hurried up and got my car because I had to drive to her. We got to visit for about an hour and a half. It was just so beautiful, the timing of it all. And as I was getting done with her, I'm going, well, I'm almost all the way. I mean, it's already partly going towards my direction to home, so maybe I'm going home. But I forgot to mention when I was getting the car brakes done, I was thinking about a client that I have there down south, and I was thinking, oh, it'd be nice to hear from my client. No longer than I thought it. 5 minutes later, she called, goes, hey, I need a reading, and I need it now. I'm going, okay, well, I asked her if she could wait an hour because I needed to get to a location so I could do it. She goes, perfect. And so I got paid while I was down there also from a reading. And but when I was at my friend's, I was wondering what I was going to do next. Well, then she messaged me, my high clientele. She messaged me, goes, my partner and I would like to take you out to dinner tonight. So I'm going, great. So that meant I had to go back. I had to still drive back to where I was staying. So it was about 45 minutes back. But I still was able to go back to where I was staying in the lodging place. They let me stay there again. And they said, we'll watch Naya while you go out to dinner. And so it was so just perfectly in alignment. And when we went out to dinner, it wasn't just a quick overnight. It was just, we sat there and talked for like 2.5 hours. By the time, we were still talking, and the restaurant finally came up and asked if we could leave so they could put somebody else there. It was the first time I ever been like politely asked to leave. But they did wait until after they were paid, so it was pretty cool. That it's such an incredible story. I have to share it with you guys to let you guys know that things really do happen just out of the blue. We have to just we have to be willing to let go. When I got there, I was also given, not by my daughter but by someone else, I was given some pinelli flowers, and I think there were 6 of them. And when I left, my clientele gave me a beautiful rose before I left. So I got flowers on my way in, flowers on my way out. I had homemade cookies given to me upon leaving, and even got some high technical quality tech support that I needed. Just everything just worked out, and it's all started from doing the burn. So when I burned the past, I wasn't destroying memories. I was telling the universe I trust in what's next. So you guys, whatever you're holding on to that you don't need to hold on to anymore, go ahead and let it go. And I do want to welcome you all here. Thank you for coming into this live show. Andrew and Dollface and Raquel and Danelli, Multifairy, and Runo and Goddess. I honor you. I am so honored to have you all here. Summon. Thank you for coming in and always being a part of my channel. It really means the world to me. As we come to the close for tonight's episode, I really want you guys to remember this. Miracles, they don't happen because we try harder. They happen when we finally make space. Letting go isn't about loss. It is about trust. It's about honoring what we've carried, what carried you here, and releasing what no longer needs to come with you. So here's your miracle activation. Tonight, I invite you to choose one thing, just one. It could be an object, a belief, a memory, a story, an old story that you keep replaying in the back of your head, or even an old version of yourself that you've already outgrown. I give you this moment to take a moment to say thank you. Thank you for the memory. Thank you for the story. Thank you for the belief. Thank you for the object. Bless it. Then release it. You don't have to burn anything if it doesn't feel aligned. Releasing can be as simple as writing it down and saying, I trust what is next. In fact, everyone write in the chat, I trust what is next. I trust what is next. Because that's what the bottom line was. When I burnt that paperwork, I trusted in what is next. I'm here. I'm putting it here in the chat. I'm going to be the first one. I trust what is next. That's right. Well, Raquel was the first one. That's right. Because when we create space, the universe rushes in to fill it. It was like so crazy how fast the universe rushed in to fill it. Support shows up. Doors open. Timing aligns. It's so crazy. And what once felt impossible begins to move with ease. As a happiness, love, and relationship coach, I've seen this again and again, both in my own life and in the life of those that I work with. When we stop gripping and holding on to the past, we finally have open hands to receive. So as you move forward into 2026, ask yourself this question. What am I ready to release so something greater can enter? Here, I will cut this and put this in the chat for you. What are you ready to release so something greater can enter? You love this? Perfect. I just had to get, it's like a testimony live. Hold on to the intention with love, not with fear. Hold on with faith, not with pressure. And with that, knowing that you're supported, guided, and you're never alone. Keep believing in miracles. Miracles happen every day, especially when you create room for them. So for anyone that's interested in revealing more about the one that's always on your mind, I have a special running on my deep dive soulmate reading. It's running until the end of the year. You can find information about it in the community post. I updated the post. I brought it up to the front and center so you don't have to dig so deep. If you're interested in that, you can click on the link, and the link will show you how to pay for it. And then I also left my email down there, so you can send me your email so I know where to send you the link so you can get your reading, or an email if you have any questions before you make a purchase, or if you don't want to use PayPal as your version of purchase, you can contact me there. Okay, check it out. It is in the community post. What's next? Well, revealing your hidden love story. Come on over and join us. This show will start about 15 minutes after this show ends. And thank you for spending time with me tonight. I really appreciate you, or daytime. I know it's nighttime for me. And remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hype up the channel. And until next time, I love each and every one of you guys, and keep discovering more about your hidden love story. Catch. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys loved the testimony. I just really had to share that with you. And it's just a blessing in disguise. And I feel like testimonies, real life testimonies, you guys need to hear that. So go ahead, release what's no longer serving you so you can make room for new. Till next time.